Hey, you guys. So you are able to sell to agencies. If you have an agency that's interested in using your white label SaaS software that you guys are white labeling from Socialmonials, but they have 5 different clients, let's say, and they want to use the tool to promote those 5 different brands. You can do that. Just understand that all of the white labeling that's done for you is what they will see when they log in or when their clients logged in. So, if the name of your particular company is like Flash SaaS or something like that, that's what everybody down the line is going to see in the very top nav. So the agency will be able to log in just one time and be able to see all 5 of their clients. So it'll basically be like, instead of seeing all of the ones that you currently see when you look at all of your different clients here, they will have a login access that will enable them to see only the 5 clients that they manage. So it makes it really easy for them to manage. They could even have an additional employee of theirs or a couple employees of theirs able to have that single sign in as well. So they can use this as an agency workspace, just like you do. Just know that limitation, whatever branding is going to be the branding that you guys set up for your agency/SaaS business. So with that limitation in mind, let me show you how you would do this. Let's say this is your pricing page and you've got like 3 different pricing plans set up, which are more like retail focused. What you could do here is just have like something under here that says, are you an agency looking for multiple workspaces? We have discounts on multiple workspace plans. Get in contact with us. I would certainly speak to them first. I wouldn't just give them a link. It's possible to do that, but there are additional instructions. So you'd want them to really understand what they need to do. So once they contacted you, you would be sending them a link to a pricing plan. So let me show you what you could do. One thing you could do is just have them sign up for the $99 a month one. If you don't want to give them a discount, you could just have them buy 5 of these, and they would go through the process 5 times. But I'm showing you a little bit more of a sophisticated way where you would have this set up much more agency friendly. So let's go through that process. So I took the liberty of creating one sample of these. So this is called Agency Workspace Basic. And I called it that just because maybe you want to create another pricing plan called Agency Workspace Pro, something like that. So maybe like this one is $50 a workspace, and maybe you charge $80 a workspace for one that you essentially create an enterprise type of plan for. You could certainly do that. That way you can kind of move them up and down between those two as they add new clients. They might have a really big client one day, and then the next day they just need to buy another workspace for a much smaller corner store, and they don't need the $80 plan. They just want another $50 workspace. But basically each time that they add a client, they're going to need to buy this again. So you're going to be sending them this link, which is the plan URL. And when they click this link from the email that you send them, they're going to have a payment page where they go and they pay their $50. They start up the subscription, and they set up that particular client. So let me show you how I set this up and how I recommend you guys set it up. So for this one, it's a $50 plan. It's monthly, and it's using one of your business workspaces. So if they bought this, it's going to use one of your inventory, of course, your inventoried business workspaces. And if you have the $80 plan, you might choose to, sell them one of your enterprise workspaces. Just a reminder, since you're Agency Pro, it's $10 a month for each one of these and $20 a month for each one of these if you're over whatever your inventory is currently. And so as you scroll down here, you could see there are some included features. This is where you would just decide which features you want to give them for the Agency Workspace Basic. And for onboarding screens, what I recommend you do is leave this one unchecked, because they might not have all the social profile logins. And what they would be doing then is they would just use that feature we already have in Workspace Preferences that allows them to generate the agency link that would basically be inviting their client. They would send the invitation to their client to add their social profiles to their workspace. So you would not do this during the onboarding, because remember that the onboarding that occurs will actually be the agency owner and not the end user. So think of it from that point of view. So the only thing you want the onboarding screens to do is basically ask them to upload a watermark logo. You could skip this if you want, but most agencies are going to know the URL of their client. So when they're setting up that client information, they should really know the URL, and they'll hopefully add that client URL there. It will pull in the watermark, and this will allow that agency to save some time and get the watermark set up properly during the account setup. I would not ask them to complete a client intake form, because that's something that they would want between them and their client, not you and the agency. So I would just skip this screen. This would confuse them, and jump right to the thank you screen. So you can make this customized as well. Just say, hey, thank you for adding your first client, or adding this client. The next time you get a client, maybe add down here. Like maybe you say, okay, you just added a client workspace, exclamation point, great job. And then down here, explain to them, next time you add a client, just please repeat the process using the link that we provided you with, and you can get the next one set up. And that's it. You can even add a video if you want, kind of explaining how it works. So what you would then do is just save this, and now you'll have that URL. So grab this basic URL, and you would copy this and shoot them an email if they inquired to you, like, okay, what do I need to do in order to get set up as an agency using your software? You'd say, oh, you can get discounted plans as long as you have multiple. So you decide how many they need to have in order to get this deal. I would say at least 2. So you would send them the link and just say, one by one, you're going to be adding your clients. And once you add the second one, or the final one that you have currently, you'll need to just ping me, send me an email again, let me know what the names of the workspaces are that you added. And generally workspaces are named after the company. So what are the company names of those workspaces? And I will get you set up with a single sign-in login. So you can just log in once, and it will immediately connect you with all of your clients. So once they send you that list, what you would then do is go over to agency users and add an agency user for them. At least they need to have one, but I'll explain what to do if they have additional employees that are like content creators that are going to be the ones that actually post to the accounts. So here you would say, like, you'd put their actual name, obviously, but I'm just going to say agency owner to make it clear what we're doing. Let's see, email. So you would put their email here. I'm going to put mine. And you would make them an admin user. If this was, like, if they say, hey, I need you to create 2 logins because I need to access it and also my employee needs to access it, make the agency owner the admin, because then he'll be able to go into workspace preferences and grab that invitation to add social profiles. That way he can do it himself. He doesn't need to bug you to get involved. He'll be able to do everything he needs to manage that client within that workspace. So he'll be the admin user, but he still will not be able to see any other workspaces other than his direct workspaces. And here's where you would select the 5 or 6 company names that he provides you with. And after that, just create an invitation. I created one here already as my default. Please complete the setup of your agency sign-in is the subject line. And then, hi, John, if that's his name. Let's get an agency login set up for you so we can log in. So you can log in once and manage all of your clients in one place, and then send the invitation. And when he clicks that, it's going to basically allow him to create a password, and it will immediately drop him into his combined 5 workspace account. And from that point on, when he uses that login, he'll be able to see those 5 accounts up here only that he can log in and out of. So it makes it super convenient. And then repeat that process for his employee. So that's it. I hope that helps.